This is Sarvanas with your B2B Cambodia Market update for October 11, 2024. The Cambodia Securities Exchange index was down 0.74 points or 0.18% to 410.39. Total trade volume was up with 53,121 shares changing hands at a total value of 340 million real or around $83,706. Two stocks were up on the main board. Grand Twin International led the market today, up 1.47% or 60 real to 4,140 reals per share, while Pastec Cambodia was up 0.41% or 10 real to 2,440 reals per share. On the downside, three stocks were down with ChemGSM as the biggest loser of the day, dropping 0.41% or 10 reals to 2,430 reals per share. Followed, Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority was down 0.31% or 20 reals to 6,380 reals per share. Sihanoukville Autonomous Port was also down 20 reals to 1,460 reals per share. The rest of the main board remained flat, including MJQ Education, Ekleda Bank, a Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ, and Phnom Penh Autonomous Port. On growth board, both stocks were up. DBD Engineering increased 0.48% or 10 reals to 2,080 reals per share, and JS Land was up 0.29% or 10 reals to 3,450 reals per share. Ekleda Bank once again recorded the highest trade volume of the day, with 35,038 shares changing hands at a total value of nearly 262 million real, or around $64,469, making up roughly 64.8% of the total shares traded on October 11th. Grand Twins International recorded the second highest trade volume of the day, however with a sizable gap from the highest, with only 6,206 shares changing hands at a total value of 25.5 million real, or $6,306, accounting for only 11% of Friday's trade volume. In other market news, Bloomberg reported that Thailand's new government will restart negotiations with Cambodia to explore an offshore oil and gas fields with at least $300 billion worth of reserves that the two countries have been squabbling over since the 1970s. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra, who took office in September, said the joint exploration is among her administration's top 10 urgent goals, as the country seeks to boost drilling reserves and contain electricity prices and ballooning fuel import bill. The two countries earlier this year had also agreed to discuss how to fairly exploit the 26,000 square kilometer block that is estimated to contain about 10 trillion cubic feet of natural gas and 300 million barrels of crude oil. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to US dollar was strengthened to 4,063 real per US dollars, while the US dollar index was slightly down to 102.77. Looking at global commodities, oil retreated on Friday after settling higher the previous day, but the prices remain set for the second weekly gain as investors weighed the impact of hurricane damage on US supply against any broad supply disruption if Israel's attacked Iranian oil sites. Brent crude oil futures fell 94 cents or 1.2% to $78.46 a barrel. US West Texas Intermediate crude futures slipped 86 cents or 1.1% to $74.99 per barrel. Gold climbed on Friday after a higher jobless claims report firmed bets for a Federal Reserve rate out next Monday, while investors waited US Producer Price Index (PPI) data for further directions. Spot gold was up 0.5% at $2,642.46 per ounce, but eased 0.4% for the week. Prices hit a record high of $2,685.42 last month. US gold futures gained 0.8% to $2,660.30 per ounce. Global stocks traded sideways on Friday as a stunning rally in Chinese shares paused and investors held back from placing more bets ahead of much-anticipated updates on fiscal stimulus from Beijing this weekend. At the time of Cambodia market's closing, stock futures were little changed on Friday morning, as investors looked ahead at the wholesale inflation reading and quarterly results from the major banks. Futures tied to the S&P 500 inched lower by 0.04%, while Nasdaq 100 futures ticked down by 0.1%. Futures linked to the Dow Jones Industrial Average to 25 points lower. This was Sarvanas with your B2B Cambodia Market updates for October 11th. you.